I'll be back too.
All right. Let's get that again for the family. Is everybody still getting in? Let me get it one more time for the family. Man, turn up.
My name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the words LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Lotus Television here on Supreme Chief Holiday Channel. Waiting for our good brother Chief Holiday to get back in the building and go in on the topic today. This is the Aboriginal University with Lotus and Chief. And we have some very, very interesting topics. That's going to be the beginning of the unfolding of the many and many mysteries of the masters of the megaliths that just so happen to have a location that's riddled with megaliths, monoliths, mounds, pyramids, you name it. You name it. That which represents ancient civilization can be found all across America. And we're going to show you. That's right. We have 1808. Yes. All right, let's pull up the information. We have the lost city in Mexico found. And we're going to see what did they find. We're going to dig into that. Let me pull this off real quick for the family. Hold on, y'all. All right. All right. One moment, family. Let me pull up the information. Honorable admiration to the brothers and sisters of the feather. Let's see what we got in the chat with us right now. Oh, we got Be Busy. Oh, he wanted to know what's up, what's going on. Yeah, we in. Everything's coming together. In one moment, we got Mr. Dark Brother 1 in the building. Saying he's going in on the live streams and the premieres. Yeah, man, family, we doing our thing. We're doing it for y'all. And you know what I'm saying? We couldn't do it without y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that always be known. And peace right back at you too, family. Vado Ayastigi. I probably said it wrong. Oh man, I was supposed to contact the family, man. And I've been so busy. Yeah, family. Y'all already know it's getting late. Rise and shine, napped in here. That's right. That's right. AKA the Little Apple, Indian Land, Indiana. All right. So let's pull up the info for the family. I gotta dig into that right here. This is fair use, so I believe I could play this. In fact, let me make sure. I keep supposed to be in here already. See. Hold on, y'all. Let me go through this, check it, make sure. Okay. Now, I believe I could play this. I don't know. Because so far I see the scenes that have been taken. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess it up. Let me share fair use. All right. We got a bit silly in the building, Grand Rising. Just woke up, family. Oh man. You in for a night? Let's see. Yeah, it's good to have y'all in here. Y'all tap them thumbs, like, support, and share. Again, like, support, and share the channel, and like, subscribe, and share to our other channels. My channel, Lotus Television. We also have Tribe Up. We got the Tribe Up Sports Entertainment. Like, subscribe, and share our channels with the family. We're going to give you, we're going to, basically, you won't have to watch TV no more. Come check us out. You know what I'm saying? We'll take it from here. Because we're going to be genuine about it. You know what I'm saying? Rather be about sports, entertainment, and of course, what we go on and what we love to share is the beautiful culture of our ancient brothers and sisters. The ancient civilizations, the civilizations where the people who they call native say, oh no, that wasn't us. That was here before our time. We don't even know what it's for. That seems to be the word from South America, Central America, North America, and Canada, including Alaska. So, once again, we have more information to reveal. So, all right, let's see what's going on. All right, I hope the brothers and sisters have kept up with the chaos that's going on. The 1808, pardon me, it's the 1808 will be Ban of Importation of Slaves. And, we'll be going in on that before we go in on the Lost City. So let's pull up what we already, in fact, I think I got that in the E. See, let me pull it out the ether. All right, y'all, just give me a moment. Okay, I got 1, 2. All right, I got 2 of them. All right, let's kick this one off. So far in the past few days, man, it's been ridiculous. We read a science, like the top article on science, of science, and for science, and by scientists. And they talked about people riding tsunamis from island to island. They said there were islands that could move around to other islands. They said that the ancient people in the Philippines were hobbits, like Lord of the Rings. And these are the people who put out the information that those who are confused believe and try and combat our information with. At the same time, denying that it's those people. No, it's not those people. It's science. So when you dig into the people who gives them the DNA, you know what I'm saying? We could say Rick Kittles or whoever, but who's the actual person that's taking their DNA in lab? Let's go talk to the person who did Garfield's DNA. Well, well, all 10 laboratories that Garfield went to, of course, you know, when you take a test, I have to explain this again, you know, don't, pardon me, everyone. If you haven't been, you know, following a month or so back, that it so happens that a DNA test gives you numbers and gives you locations. So I said, since they're calling it a test and they're not really testing your DNA, see, testing your DNA, when you really think about a real DNA test, they're checking to see if there's things in your DNA that are harmful to you, you know, some real things. And because they can look in your DNA and find that, oh, this person has been drinking because his blood alcohol level is so high. So if I get drunk and I go get a DNA test, will I come back to the first alcoholic on earth? I don't know. Because if they take my blood after drinking alcohol, there's going to be alcohol in my DNA test. Let's say I drink alcohol and I smoke marijuana. That means that my DNA test can come back that I'm from the plant that makes alcohol, I'm from a marijuana plant, and not counting the food I had to eat, because when you smoke, you get the munchies, and when you drink, you know, well, we all know. So basically, doing a real DNA test is going to tell you about your blood and what is in your blood. It's going to, like, when you get a real DNA test, they're telling you, oh, the levels in your blood. Your blood has a level 14. I'm not going to go into the details of it. And your DNA is okay. When they do DNA tests, now there's controversy about the autoimmune, you know, deficiency tests, you know, and the HIV one, hepatitis, tuberculosis. We can go into all these things that some have controversial things to it, means you can't quite believe it or not. But the point is, real DNA test is when somebody goes to dialysis and, you know, they're getting an organ, specifically liver, cleaned. So this is when your DNA is being used. Now, if they take your DNA and go to Ubuntu tribe and Lala Kuku tribe, 20 miles from Mitu Mitu's tribe, and then Miku Biku's tribe, and all of a sudden they say, ooh, you Miku Biku and TD Baka or whoever's tribe, and they have the same blood as you. Now, what about the stuff they're eating? I mean, people got to take this in mind. So if I take a DNA test, right, that means that I would probably have to not eat anything, not drink anything, for my blood to come back as like pure, can be really connected to something. Otherwise, whatever I've eaten or drink will be in my blood. I just wanted to share that, man, because that's what they try and tie into it. They say the Native American thing. Native Americans are saying, oh, we didn't build these ancient stuff. We didn't even know it was here. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know it was in these locations. Like, wow, we were around here the whole time. They didn't know. And all of a sudden, they'll say, oh, that they ain't y'all. Like, come on. Oh, man. Good brother Chief Holiday in the building. What's up, Chief?
Lotus. Peace to the God, man.
What's good, bro?
Chilling, man. The troopers in the building. Shout out to all the American Aborigines, aka the First Americans. We in the building, man. I hear you going in right now, man. Like just dropping it like it's hot, man. Like that's absolutely facts. Straight factual. No cut, no chase. You know?
Because I know jerk chicken came up in Garfield's DNA test. You eat something, and what you're eating and all that stuff is getting to your bloodstream. But the key importance is, well, if they're going to start testing the bones of our ancestors they find around here, I mean, it's like, how can you compare? You know what I'm saying? No one can really compare. It's complicated when it comes to that. So just giving an example of the things that affect our blood and getting a blood test to make sure you didn't drink alcohol. And it's like all these things that I just laugh like there's no way that we have brothers and sisters who call themselves conscious, who know all the lies that everybody knows, like, oh, that's BS, this is nonsense. And now, years down the line, believe all the lies now.
Hello?
And promote it. Yeah. I don't know what that was. But family. So another thing is that I want to say, okay, since this DNA thing is so awesome and so grand that I need to fix the title. I'll put an E. Okay, then how about the bodies from the 1807 ban? You know, the act prohibition and the importation of slaves. How about the ban? What about those ancestors? There should be a site where at least some of those ancestors or descendants of those ancestors are buried. You're gonna go say that they're gonna ask us, oh, do a DNA test on them to make sure. Oh, if it doesn't come back Mongolian or whatever. But the key thing is, does this say Africa in this chief? Oh, chief dropped out. All right, hold on, y'all. You blow up the hack. Ooh. Yeah, I don't freak out, y'all. I literally read this fast. I think something's wrong with me personally. Freaks me out sometimes because I really remember the lines and stuff. And especially when I'm looking for just one word. Okay. Where's Africa? Yeah, I found it. Fine. Shit. Excuse my language. All right, section 5. Oh man, we're about to dig in this. All right, let's see if she's back in. Nope, okay. All right, here we have the original. This is called empirical data, just in case people didn't know. I can say it's empirical data. It might be a copy, so at least it's first or second. Okay, it's either empirical or it's a direct copy of empirical. And this is the 9th Congress of the United States at the 2nd session, begun and held at the city of Washington, the territory of Columbia, on Monday, the 1st of December, 1806. That's right, 1806. Now, it's not clear. Let me see if I can zoom in. See, why would they put it in cursive and then have the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled, but everything's in cursive? So that's why I say, I mean, I don't think this will be the original. Okay, so by the time I'm sorry, y'all. I have to make sure. I will have to examine this. It would take time, so I wouldn't do that now. Hold on, let's check back in. Okay. All right, so let me drop this so I can screen share. All right, everybody can see that? All right, I got you on, Chief. Yeah, some of it's in cursive, and then some of it has been printing pressed onto it.
Hey, what's this right here?
The 9th Congress of the United States at the second session. This is the 1807 ban. But it says,
yeah. So this is an interesting thing, man. Like, I mean, they pushed the whole, it was a ban on African slaves, right? Just to push their whole transatlantic African slave bullshit, right? But it doesn't say that in the actual documents, right? We pull up actual documents to cross-reference. We don't just go to Wikipedia and accept the narrative that Wikipedia or anybody else pushes, bro. Like, that don't make any sense. Like, that's the least you can do when you're doing research. You don't pull up. You got, you know what I'm saying? If you tell me there's a law, right, that enslaved all of us, millions of people, even before they took over those areas, then what you have to do is pull up a piece of document that proves that, right? So when we're talking about the ban of the importation of slaves into the actual colonies at the time, which was 13 of them at the time, right? It goes back to some other things, you know what I'm saying, even before that, into the 1700s. Have you talked about the Negro Act of South Carolina of 1754? Have you talked about that
yet? Yeah, I want to work my way to it.
Okay, I want to jump the gun, y'all. So I mean, right now we're in the 1807s, but this comes from what they're saying would be the Negro Act of 1754 of South Carolina, right? Not of Virginia, not of Delaware, Massachusetts, New York. So you gotta keep that in mind when you guys are hearing things, right? So go ahead, brother. I just kind of wanted to give a background on this document right here before we get into it. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Yeah, I proofread it real quick to see if I could find a word that didn't belong. I found it in section 5. We'll go over that in a minute.
Is this a translation of it? Because I see because when you read it, you see that it's typed in and shit. You know what I mean? You're like, wait a minute. They didn't have a typewriter like in 1754. They wasn't speaking English like this in 1754.
Nope.
So,
exactly.
So this right here wouldn't be the actual even document if it's in English. Is this correct, sir?
That's right.
Okay. I just wanted to throw that out there, y'all. So
what
are we seeing right here, bro?
Now when they're running
here. Typed on there, huh? Is that typed?
That is printing pressed onto it. That's right.
Okay. All right, I got you. All right, yeah. I just wanted to make sure we're seeing the same documents right here. So I mean, damn. So is it real? Is the whole thing real? Can we find this in the Congress? Like, do they have this as a record anywhere? Because according to them, this started in 1754 and went on to 1865, right? So basically going from the British rule into the American rule. Yeah, I'm confused. It gets weird because you know they don't socialize us as if we are the Americans that they're talking about in these conflicts. Everybody else is European, French, British, so on and so forth. Y'all see how this work? Okay, like, do y'all understand? So they're telling you shit that don't make sense in their doctrine, shit like this right here. Like, what is this? Can I get the language that this 1807, like what was Thomas, actually the 1754? Can I see that? Can y'all find that for us? I mean, it just makes no sense, y'all. Like, we believe anything that somebody put down on a piece of paper, no matter how ludicrous it is. Seriously. It makes no sense. Trying to work it out. Go ahead, bud.
All right, I gotta zoom out a little bit. Okay, by the time of the Constitutional Convention in 1787, only Georgia still participated in the international slave trade, which had been abolished during the Revolution as part of the ban against trade with England. Nonetheless, Southern states were determined to protect the slave trade. A compromise, Article 1, Section 9 of the Constitution, placed a possible time limit on the international trade, but did not end it. It stated that Congress could not prohibit the importation of persons prior to 1808. Really? 20 years later, President Thomas Jefferson, who himself held deeply contradictory beliefs about the morality and legality of slavery, signed this act to prohibit the importation of slaves in any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States from and after the first day of January 1808.
Yo, does that have a color on it? Does that have a color on that, sir?
A cover? A quote?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that is a quote.
You know what I'm saying? Do they have a color attached to those slaves?
Oh, no.
They were banned.
Oh, no. There's no color code in this.
What about gender? Does it say a gender?
Nope. No gender.
Okay, what about religion? Does it say religion?
No religion. Very interesting. Jefferson and Congress hoped to settle finally one aspect of the contentious issue of slavery by ending the international slave trade. The act imposed heavy penalties on international traders, but did not end slavery itself or the domestic sale of slaves. Not only did it drive trade underground, but ships caught illegally trading were often brought into the United States and its passengers sold into slavery. Really? All right, hold on. It gets a little bigger. So apologies, family, won't be able to see it. All right, section 2. Yeah, I'm in section 2. No. Okay, we have the transcript, the 9th Congress of the United States. At the second session, excuse me, y'all. Begun and held at the city of Washington in the territory of Columbia on Monday, the 1st of December, 1806. An act to prohibit the importation of slaves into any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States. So they're going over that again. Let me skip that part. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled that from and after the first day of January, 1808, it shall not be lawful to import or bring into the United States or the territories thereof from any foreign kingdom, place, or country any Negro, mulatto, or person of color. Huh? With the intent to hold, sell, or dispose of such Negro, mulatto, or person of color as a slave, or to be held to service of labor.
Well, here's and it's the whole thing too, right? When we see Negro, where they're having conversations about Negroes, right? When we especially talking about Germanic speaking people like the British, right? They're talking about people who are dealing with the Spanish or Portuguese. Y'all understand? That speak that language, that have those, you know, I guess their rivals' best interests at heart. So yeah, they think about that. Like that don't mean they came from Africa, especially if they speaking a language such as Portuguese or Latin or anything, any of those derivatives. So you're gonna see, these people using Negro, right? Because they're coming into Spanish and French territories, and then you gotta kind of start classifying or misclassifying the people. So when they start talking about Negroes, I think that's interesting that they're still not talking about Indians and things like that in this time period. You understand what I'm saying? These are created social constructs. They're not even having treaties with Native Americans. I think that's interesting. Like people be talking like, oh, Native Americans were here back in the ancient times, antiquity and stuff, but then they're not even here in the Revolutionary War time. Like really? It was here in the shaping of, you know what I'm saying? So I just think it's crazy. So when we're talking about the Great Law of Peace and stuff like that, we're taking credit for that. We're the confederations and stuff that came up with this. Y'all understand what I'm saying? We are the people who built these mounds and these pyramids and stuff like that or whatever that we are presenting. We're showing shit all the time. And more technology and things that's coming out like LiDAR. You understand? More and more of that stuff is coming out, you know what I'm saying? It's just bearing witness more and more as the greatness of our ancestors, y'all. So this is what we got going on, man. We the greatest of all time, man. Y'all gonna have to respect it or check it. How about that? Let's go. Go ahead, brother.
That's right, family. And it goes on to say in section 2, and be it further enacted that no citizen or citizens of the United States or any other person shall from and after the first day of January in the year of our Lord, 1808 for himself or themselves or any other person whatsoever, either as master, factor, or owner, build, fit, equip, load, or otherwise prepare any ship or vessel in any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States, nor shall cause any ship or vessel to sail from any port or place within the same for the purpose of procuring any Negro, mulatto, or person of color from any foreign kingdom, place, or country to be transported to any port or place whatsoever within the jurisdiction of the United States, to be held, sold, or disposed of as slaves, or to be held of service of labor. And if any ship or vessel shall be so fitted out for the purpose aforesaid, or shall be caused to sail so as foresaid, every such ship. Yeah.
Oh no, I thought you finished. But just real quick though, man. When it sounds like you're talking about NFL owners right now, trying to trading and barter in there.
Yeah.
They own. So I want to come back to that. So go ahead. But we're gonna come back to it. It reminds me of an NFL deal right now. And I just want to point out too that you could be put in slavery voluntarily. Y'all know people will like putting themselves in so-called slavery voluntarily, right? If you go into a contract, you know, to work for someone or something like that or whatever, right? Certain contracts, like Jeffrey or even Antonio Brown, they can walk off and they ain't gonna get their ass whipped and stuff. So yeah, but go ahead, brother.
Ooh. Every such ship or vessel, her tackle, apparel, and furniture shall be forfeited to the United States and shall be liable to be seized, persecuted, and condemned in any of the circuit courts or district courts for the district where the said ship or vessel may be found or seized. Wow. Okay. Section 3. And be it further enacted that all and every person's so building, filling out, equipping, loading, or otherwise preparing or sending away any ship or vessel, knowing or intending that the same shall be employed in such trade or business from and after the from and after the first day of January 1808, contrary to the true intent and meaning of this act, or any ways aiding or abetting therein, shall severely forfeit and pay $20,000. Wow. One moiety, if that is not a typo, thereof to the use of the United States, and the other moiety, that's that moiety to the use of any person or persons who shall sue for and persecute the same to effect. Section 4. Here it goes where it gets interesting. And then it's in section 5 as well. And be it further enacted, if any citizen or citizens of the United States or any person resident within the jurisdiction of the same shall from and after the first day of January 1808 take on board, receive, or transport from any of the coasts or kingdoms of Africa. Really? Is that the name that was on there? Or from any other foreign kingdom, place, or country, any Negro, mulatto, or person of color in any ship or vessel for the purpose of selling them in any port or place within the jurisdiction of the United States as slaves or to be held to service or labor, or shall be in any ways aiding or abetting therein such citizens or citizens. I mean, you guys kind of get that. It's going to be saying the same thing over and over. So let me get down to the part where it says something different. Okay. In this district, the said ship or vessel may be found or seized, and neither the importer nor any person or persons claiming from or under him shall hold any right or title whatsoever to any Negro, mulatto, or person of color, nor to the service of labor, nor to the service or labor thereof, who may be imported or brought within the United States or territories thereof in violation of this law, but the same shall remain subject to any regulation, not contravening the provisions of this act, with legislators of the several states or territories at any time hereafter may make for disposing of any such Negro, mulatto, or person of color. I think I pronounced that right. Brother Chief, are you there? Let me see if you
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty much saying the Same thing, but then they're sliding words in here and there.
Now what year is this?
Now, this is supposed to be 1808.
Okay, so do we know what's going on prior to this, during this, and after this? That's what I like to do, yeah. I like to kind of break those things down. You know, you got the Haitian Revolution going on, right?
You got the Arab Confederacy,
the Indian War, the French and Negro War going on. Because remember, they're having issues with the Negro. They're having the Negro problem. They're not, they're changing in history by saying they had the Indian problem, right? And that they were having these treaties with Indians, but they were fighting Negroes in Spanish Florida. Now, remember what we told y'all, what he's reading has been translated. Okay? Has been agendized. I want to see the actual law. I don't want to hear this. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all can pull out the Declaration of Independence and all that shit, right? Why y'all can't never pull out these Negro Acts and all these other things that y'all said y'all had? I just think it's interesting. I really do. And for them to start changing stuff over after this to Indian and stuff like that or whatever, further goes to them working with the people that they had created. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Oh, the puppet chiefs and all these other people, whatever, who were making deals and giving up land and conceding things that we didn't concede. Y'all feel me? So that's what we're dealing with. We're just dealing with a clever bastard, man. These people are clever, yo. They ain't like they super smart. It's just clever, tricky, technology. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely great at it. So yeah, it's just definitely interesting, y'all. This shit's crazy. Seriously. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We've had the Tuscarora Wars that didn't happen at this time, damn near 100 years. We've had King Philip War. So
you remember Kintara did the Time Machine show? We're gonna have to we'll be bringing that back this coming. Well, yeah, it's this week coming right now, Monday. Yeah, we'll be bringing that back too, family. We got to. Yeah, especially the part when he's getting going into the 1808 year and around those years. Oh yeah. Man.
Just going down the timeline helped me to understand history. I'm like, well, wait a minute. They having all these problems in Europe against each other, right? They broke as fuck in Europe during the time period that they say they over here kicking our ass. Are you serious right now?
I'm telling you, man.
They're broke. They can't do nothing. Napoleon can't send nobody to fucking Haiti to fight nobody. They're using us to fight through us by proxy. And I don't even, I'm looking at shit totally different now. We colonize y'all didn't colonize us. You're liars. Straight up. So we're gonna be on that. We're not about to listen to shit that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So it don't make. I don't have to accept shit nobody say. I don't give a fuck how many books it was written down here, how many people told the story. I don't care. It don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? This shit don't make sense to me. That you guys don't see that. Oh, so they brought a whole bunch of Negroes here by this time. I need to know. If they had to do all this prior to 1808, you had to do all this prior to 1808.
That's right.
If you brought somebody from Florida at this time, Florida is attached. It's attached. If you brought somebody, because Florida was considered Spanish territory at that time to them, and you had Negroes there, Maroons there, which they changed the Seminoles. Oh, they were running away from us. What? They was already there before you got there. So if people were being refugees and fighting you guys and moving around and stuff like that or whatever, yeah, of course. You make a whole tribe up off these people. Well, you know they was black, so they was African, they was runaway slaves, and they mixed with the free black Seminoles. I'm like, what? What is going on? So they just tell us anything, and we just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like we accept dumb shit, bro. Like I don't give a fuck how many PhDs you got attached to your name. That don't mean shit to us. That means you a real dummy. For real. And you just like to say big words and sound smart. And people measure motherfuckers by how good they sound, how proper English that they speak. Get the fuck, yo, sheesh. This shit crazy. You guys are writing, you guys are saying words that didn't even exist, right? And putting shit back in time periods that didn't even exist. Native American. What? They didn't exist. We in the 1700s. They having Negro problems. They dealing with Negroes. The Negroes that they was dealing with in Spain. I mean, in Spanish Florida. So they saying Spanish Tennessee, so on and so forth. French this and French that. That's their story. We wasn't saying none of that. Oh, this was French territory. Where's the deed at? Who told you can sell anything of ours? You ain't even there, but you selling something. Think about that, y'all. They not even. How you selling something you ain't got nothing to do with it? Like, think about it. They tell us anything. They had a meeting and they started saying, oh, well, okay, you guys can deal with them over here. We'll deal with this over here. And you deal with these people over here. Like, man, we reject y'all whole deposit, bro. We America. This is America, Jack. This is not Britain. This is not Spain. This is not France. This is America, okay? And we are Americans. Okay? That's how that works.
Yeah.
That's the source of our power. Everybody be like, well, we're trying to come up with all these fancy ass fucking names to call ourselves Americans, okay? That's the source of our power. USA, nigga, America, okay? Don't be like, oh, we got to fight against America. We're going to be throwing rocks at tanks. Well, who are you talking to? We invented that. Why would you run away from something that your ancestors invented? This Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines is yours. Okay? Did y'all see how that worked? Like, I don't know. Remember, we were the first casualties of all these wars? See how that worked?
Mm-hmm.
We are the most patriotic motherfuckers on YouTube. Okay? If there was a Black Power Awards, we should be getting them. You niggas is crazy. That don't even make sense. How are you showing power? How you even do it? Where is the plan for power? Show me. Show us. Because I read everything. I read the Black City Plan. I read the 9-point plan. I read everything. Remember I interviewed you guys on that? I interviewed Reggie on this 9-point plan. I mean, on this Black City Plan. And I interviewed Garfield on this 9-point plan. Do you know I'm a student of Dr. Amos Wilson? Sirs? The hell's wrong with y'all? I know Blueprint for Black America when I see it. You know what I'm saying? People can say everything, but what's about implementing? When you gonna execute? So come on, y'all. Y'all gotta stop it. It's another criticism I heard yesterday. And it just, I had to laugh. I was just like, and it was told to my face, so somebody's telling me to me, right? So you guys are, this is what they said, internet Indians, okay? And we're not in the community. We don't teach this to nobody. We just behind the keyboard. I'm like, sheesh, that's interesting. But I have to film every encounter I have with like you're a sucker, right? You're a sucker if you do something in hopes to get recognition for it, right? That's not giving without expectations of getting something. We're altruistic type of people. We give without any expectations of getting anything in return. So why would I film it? You the type of niggas, that act like you was giving some food away to the homeless. And, oh, y'all did that. That's what y'all really did. Y'all went down to Baltimore, act like y'all was giving some homeless people some food, and filmed it. That's what y'all did. I'm gonna put all y'all. That's y'all leader. He can't. Can he go back to Baltimore? What are y'all talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Please stop it. Please have several seats. Seriously, like it just don't make sense. Like people be acting like they know people. Yeah, just worry about the work y'all not doing. Don't worry about what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? This information is changing the world, Craig. Okay? Okay? You guys sit around and tell the same stories. Oh, this is the importation of African slaves. It's not even, come on, bro. Not only just Africa, slaves from Yugoslavia. Okay? Anywhere. So it's just interesting. But yeah, you finished with that? Yo. Hello. Yo, Lotus. Yo, Lotus. What's up with it, man? Yeah, man. Yo, Lotus. Yo, Lotus. Lotus. If you're saying something, I can't hear you. Hey, we got channel 0 in the building. Yo, Lotus. Yo, Lotus. Yo. Yo, Lotus. You know, I think he got kicked out, y'all. Hey, man. Peace to all the great ones tuned in, man. You're tuned in to the greats of all time. We got Black Lotus Civilization. Some more shit, more areas around the world. We're gonna get into this lost city of Mexico. They say had buildings, a metropolis that reminds you of Manhattan. So we had Manhattan in the Americas before Manhattan. See how that work out? So, you know, just the sheer size and mass of just the work that was done here in the Americas, y'all. You know, I just think it's crazy and disrespectful when people, oh, you guys have dirt. They be like, dirt pile. Yo, you there, bro? Nah, I can't hear you. You're in a trunk. Yeah, no, I can't hear you, bro. Got Cassandra Zorn. Cassandra Zorn. I can't see. Nice to meet you, Alito. Alito out here. What got going on tonight, man? Hey, man, it's a lot more. You know, we had talked about that. The brother who was the witness in the case, Amber Geiger case, and rest in paradise of both and John, and the brother. I think his name was Joshua. You know what I'm saying? So rest in paradise to these guys, man. It's just definitely getting heating up, man. A lot of testimonies, a lot of things coming out. You know, a lot of things that's coming out that should have came out, in my honest opinion, before she was convicted. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't get it. Like it's a lot of I don't know if it's a lot of misinformation being put out. We're getting a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it just don't make sense when it comes to what's going on. Like, you know, we're hearing about locked doors. You back, bro? All right, we're hearing about locked doors. We're hearing about people yelling. You know what I'm saying? We're hearing about people knowing each other. Like, it's just a lot of things we're hearing about. And I'm like, yo, is this real? Like, wouldn't this have came up in the trial? So I'm just like, I don't know if it's misinformation and put out on purpose or not. But I don't like it. You know, I don't like to hear stuff and then hear something else later that don't make sense. It just makes stuff look real suspect. Yeah, that's what we have. You back, bro? So yeah, man, we're dealing with that right now, y'all. They were saying, they were telling me earlier that they were trying to dig up, you know, negative stuff on the brother who just got killed Friday. And I'm like, yo, I mean, I think he was shot. He shoplifted one time or something like that before, whatever. Like, that's not even nothing to bring up. It's not relevant to him being assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Friday. What does that got to do with why start scrutinizing the victim? You know what I'm saying? Especially something like shoplifting. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with it. Now, if he was doing some other things and he was in, or he was gang banging or something, okay, well, this is going on and this happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It don't make sense to me, and they need to make it make sense. And it seems like it's a cover up. I don't know what they're covering up, but that's what it seems like to me. So we can, villainize the victim, right? So that means that people won't really care if nobody finds murder. You know what I'm saying? But shoplifting, yo. You motherfuckers probably think a motherfucker probably deserve to die just for shoplifting. You know what I'm saying? And y'all do. Y'all probably do. So yeah, that's what we on, man. Yeah, I think we have some technical difficulties right now. Right back.
Yes, sir.
Back.
Trying to pull up this video, family. Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
That moment of silence. Oh yeah.
That's what's up. When you finished with the article?
Yeah, it's section 5 now. Now I want to focus on the parts that are changed, because it's the same thing. It's saying the same thing over and over. But they slid the Africans or the kingdoms of Africa. Okay. Okay, now after the service or labor, everything is the same.
If I would have said Barbaria or Tunisia, you know what I'm saying? Morocco at the time, I would have been like, you know what? But the red flag, y'all, is the kingdoms of Africa. That's not a thing then. In the 1700s, because this is going into the early 1800s, but the problem started in the mid 1700s. Okay. This is when our problems started, y'all. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? And we talk about how these rebellions and shit like that or whatever. These are just labor disputes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? 20 motherfuckers fighting ain't no damn war. Yo, it's a war and 12 people die. I mean, they just make up so many lies, y'all. They tell so many lies and make so much stuff up that, once you really peel the layers back, you actually see what is the source of their power over you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. What you got going on? Hey, go ahead, though. Yo. Yeah, man. Peace, y'all. Hey, Lotus, you good?
My bad, y'all. I had to step away for a moment. But I am back. You with me, Chief? Okay. So where the writing changes, it says every such offender shall be deemed guilty of high misdemeanor and being thereof convicted before any court having competent jurisdiction shall suffer imprisonment for not more than 10 years, nor less than 5 years, or be fined not exceeding $10,000, nor less than $1,000. And here we have the last section. All right, I got you back in, Chief.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Reggie, I remember, once again, they were trying to get at us by using this, and I didn't understand how this was helping them. But we're going to explain how it helps us in a minute, right? But they were saying that, I forgot the dude's names, but 2 people were hung because they violated this law, right? Hung, not just in prison, they was hung, according to him. Like I said, I don't believe anything that comes from these people at this point right now. Once you start really breaking stuff down, $20,000 is a lot of money. Shit, $1,000 is a lot of money. So in those times, it wouldn't even be worth it. It's not even economically feasible. You go buy somebody for $300, right, or $1,000 or whatever. I think it was what they said. Then you got to bring them back over and do all of those things, risk your life and or fines and imprisonment, stuff like that or whatever, when you could just hire the people that's here. Does that make any sense? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's the narrative, it's the story that needs to be taught. I need to disassociate you from being an American. Okay? That's it. It's nothing. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. Nobody's more American than you. Nobody. But because of the constant disrespect, the constant, like how the media tries to frame it, and we just seen this here in the modern times with Kaepernick, that them tricking us to take a knee during the national anthem, right? Now here's my thing, right? If you're protesting, fuck taking a knee, walk off the field. Okay? Not stand up with your fists in the air, stand up like some men or something. Get on the knee. I ain't got to tell you what people do when they get on their knees. Fuck. Fuck, man. Like, that's what we do, bro. Like, this weak shit ever, bro. Like, I hate weak shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't honor weak niggas and weak shit, bro. And we're not about to be promoting weak ass shit. Oh, let's James Baldwin. Fuck him. Respect. Like, I would never promote him. Like, I don't give a fuck what he said. We were the Indians that Gary Cooper was killing. I don't give a fuck what he said. He was disqualified to speak to us. You understand? What's wrong with y'all? He was literally working for them. Literally. Is it not a coincidence that all the people that they put up in front of us ended up working for them? Like is this not a coincidence? And so when you hear them start saying stuff that's contrary to logic, physics, math, science, you know what I'm saying? You act like people was just now. They've been pushing this weak ass shit for years. It ain't like they just started pushing it. They've been pushing it. And niggas is still, they put their 1960 shoes on and be pushing the same shit. I couldn't imagine having a meeting. I'm in a meeting. They tell them, hey, when you go into their restaurants, they're going to spit on you, but you don't do anything. First off, I'm not going in their restaurant. That'll work. See, like, that'll work. It wouldn't be no Cracker Barrel or no motherfucking McDonald's without you. Y'all see how that work? These massive billion-dollar ass chains are here because of you, my friend. Colonel Sanders and everybody. Popeyes, everybody's here because of you. This is the point. Ford, Cadillac are here thriving because of you. Trump and we didn't even hear. Trump was not here when cars were invented, when electricity was invented. Y'all see how this thing work? So people, it's just so odd. It's odd to me that immigrants come here and then start trying to push the indigenous people down to the ground. We shouldn't even have to have. What does that mean? What are you talking about? How does that work? Like, we gotta have special protections from illegal motherfuckers. Like, that don't make sense. You're guests. Be good guests. Everything that's been done here cannot be done in other. Well, I guess they do it in other countries, but y'all understand what I'm saying. It's disrespectful. People are gonna fight back. We're not gonna want to be done like this. So yeah, I just think, and it's always, all you clever niggas has always got some paperwork or whatever to get around this. No, it takes more than just paperwork. It's gonna take more than that, y'all. It really is. So I have put a lot of work in, and the least we could do is build something. Like, we over here taking credit for all these pyramids around the world. We can't build a goddamn thing. Are you fucking serious? Really? Don't say nothing else about no pyramids or nothing if you're not talking about building something. Okay? That's all I gotta say. Shit.
And they couldn't build a shoebox. All right. Let's see what the chat talking about. Before we read section 5, we got Poe Jaguar. We got Bullets Gotti. Salute. We got J Rock. Mr. Dark Brother still in the building. Julie Carey saying sounds fishy to me. Yeah, man, it does sound fishy. Gretchen Him, always welcome here in the building. Lil Yos Rios. What brother say today? So now they say Georgia, but go back and look at the map. GA, that's right. Man, see the chat. That's why the chat is lit. That's why we got the best chat in the world, man. Our chat stays on point. We interact with them. They interact with us. We family around here. We relative. And we have a lot of information.
We're speaking of being relative and stuff, right? Now here's the thing: when we out here in YouTube streets or in these physical streets or whatever, right? If you have somebody that just you say you hold down, and you're right, and they hold you down, when you in these YouTube streets or you somewhere, whatever, somebody say, hey, Julia Carey, she's this or that, say something negative, right? You know what, Chief Holiday and everybody else over here, we're gonna check them for you. You don't even have to do it. You ain't gotta be there. Somebody gonna check them for you. Like, you don't know all sorts of like that. What you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. And then inform you. That's how that works. Not just back talking about people, whatever, making shit happen. People have all these different agendas and things that they have, and it's usually a lot of YouTube based, you know what I'm saying? No two people agree with everything the same. I might like chocolate ice cream, you might like vanilla, Rocky Rose or something. We all don't have to agree on the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So somebody like Rocky Rose ice cream and I like chocolate. That don't mean nothing. So I think a lot of times people try to use things too loosely, and I don't know if you guys know, you got somebody agents like calling them the police, right? Where I come from, you can't call people the police unless you have clear and present information that they have a badge. You dig? So I expect that to be used as an ultimate sign of disrespect, or people are just really got agency type behavior going on a lot of times, or whatever. And yeah, you got that family, do that.
Yeah, it's also a cop out, a crutch to use against somebody exposing the fallacies and the information that one must have. Yeah, it's always a cop out use, man. A lot of people throw that word around so light. It's amazing. Like, really? Like they're on payroll with the government and reporting back things that you say. Man, you want to know something funny? The people who are opposing what we have to say, man, the government don't care about what y'all talk about. They don't care. That nonsense y'all kick, evolution, this, and go get your vaccines, and we come from monkey, and go get your DNA test. Yeah, that sounds like that's government agency stuff right there, but we still can't call the ones who are opposing agents because they are supporting that. They just might end up on the short bus. Shorty, sure, but one cannot call them agents, man. Yeah, so that really needs to be cut out. Now, if somebody worked for the government, and that's a whole nother situation. If they're still working for the government, you know what I'm saying? If they rebelled against the government or worked for the military and are no longer, with it, and that's, these are different stories. Now, someone's reporting back, that's a whole nother story. But man, it really needs to stop. You cannot just throw the word around like that. Man, they funny in the chat. Yeah, I did those off for a second. Yeah, they killing me in the chat.
Yeah, you deserve it though, man. Hey, so yeah, man. So I usually try to deal with stuff behind the scenes, but this happened in front of in the public, and brothers, people, sisters coming and saying stuff, and for me, I got so much going on. Yeah, I'll be forgetting shit. You know what I mean? Somebody got so much. We get so many emails, so many texts, and stuff. So it's crazy. But yeah, like I said, it's just unfounded, and for me, it's like I'm very supportive of everybody's channels, everybody's movements, everybody's situations. Like I said, I'm a professional lane rider. You know what I'm saying? I stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? I don't bite nobody's shit. You know what I mean? Meaning, like, you know, me and all my partners, all my comrades, we share information. We peer review each other. You know what I'm saying? So I respect them, respecting the work of anything that they bring to the table. And you know, if you're not in a circle where you're learning from each other, then you know you might not be in the right place. Okay? If you're in a relationship and you're not learning from your spouse or your other half, you might be in the wrong relationship. That's how this works. So I just like to say, you know, like for me, anybody that's listening has been listening to me, you know, and if you're new, I think my body of work on and off line puts me in a category where I should get the benefit of the doubt anytime like that or whatever. Shout out to Taino Fury. Shout out to Meryl Key, you know what I'm saying, for bringing something to my attention, you know what I'm saying? And you got people who, you know, use content, be in the chat room or something, but then they making comments and saying certain things or whatever. So yeah, I think that's, you know, dishonorable, bro. I don't know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man. Like I said, I didn't even want to address this, man, but I just think it's weird. And I definitely would like the brother American Indian Truth to come on and, you know, we can have a conversation about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your side of the story, brother, and see how you feel about this. And you know, why would you put me in that, in your thoughts like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that, you know, I don't know if it needs to be addressed. I don't think, you know, if other people think it needs to be addressed. But I think, you know, yeah, I think it should be. You know what I mean? So now it's not like nothing urgent or anything like that. But if anybody, you know the brother, if he's in the chat room, I can't see the chat room right now. You know, come on and you know, I wouldn't want nobody to bear false witnesses against you or whatever. You know, but because that happens a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So you know, it's a little sidebar, y'all. Wanted to get back into this. Not allowing the building. Facts. That's right. I talk facts. Yeah, y'all don't remember that song. We got to pull that song back out. I talk facts. I talk facts. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the live restreams too, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do because it gets a chance to listen to, you know, step outside yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And see stuff live, and you know, then you know, interact with people and stuff. You know, and you can hear things. You know. Critique yourself, you know what I'm saying? Critique things, you know, hear information. Like, and a lot of times, you know, I didn't hear a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you hear stuff that you didn't hear the first time. And say, damn, he said that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, we told y'all before, we like having conversations with people that may not have the same mindset as we do. I think it's boring to sit around and talk to the same type of people all the time and have the same mindset as you do. It's not challenging at all. However, yeah, I need somebody to challenge us that has some sense. Okay? When we're pulling our skulls and artifacts and pyramids and stuff, and all you can say is, that's not a pyramid, here's some DNA, I just think this is weird, bro. Like, it just gets too crazy because you don't have anything to back up what you're saying. And when we start getting into these records, like this thing right here, you're never going to see African at this time period. We've already proven it. And not meaning the kingdom of African. Well, they made it. What kingdom of Africa did they do a treaty with? Was that Morocco?
That's a good question.
Specific, right? It wasn't like, oh, these all confederations of fucking kingdoms in the continent of Africa. Y'all see how this work? Like, come on, bro. Like, they tell us anything. We believe it. We just be like, oh, okay, here we go. I'm going with that. That sounds good. Oh my God. I can't believe it, y'all. I just can't, y'all. I can't with y'all. Yo, are you finished with the article? Or we got some more with it?
Oh no, we got section 5. Yeah, I was waiting for me. Section 6. My bad, section 6. Now, of course, it's the same thing But instead of African kingdom, it says foreign kingdom, place, or country. Yeah, they're playing a switcheroo with words, y'all. And let's see. Okay, Negro, mulatto, person of color, change services. Let me get down. Okay, knowing at the time of such purchase of sale, such Negro, mulatto, person of color was so brought within the jurisdiction of the United States as aforesaid, such purchases or such purchaser and seller shall severely forfeit and pay for every Negro, mulatto, or person of color so purchased or sold as foresaid, $800. One moiety, I hope I'm saying that right, therefore to the United States, and the other moiety to the use of any person or persons who shall sue for and persecute the same to effect, provided that the aforesaid forfeiture shall not extend to the seller or purchaser or any Negro, mulatto, or person of color who may be sold or disposed of in virtue of any regulation which may hereafter be made by any of the legislatures of the several states in that respect in pursuant of this act and the Constitution of the United States. And the primary, again, this is what's at the bottom. It says this primary source comes from the General Records of the United States Government, National Archives Identifier, number 7873517, full citation and act of March 2nd, 1807, 9th Congress, 2nd Session, to state 426, to prohibit the importation of slaves, 3/2/1807, folder 9, leaf 87, public law, 9th Congress, 2nd Session, an act to prohibit the importation of slaves into any port or place within the jurisdiction of the U.S. from any after January 1st, 1808, March 2nd, 1807, enrolled acts and resolution of Congress. Again, the resolutions of Congress, 1789 to 2011, General Records of the United States Government, Record Group 11, National Archives Building, Washington, D.C. And they even have an online www.documents.org/documents/document act prohibit importation slaves, October 7th, 2019. Interesting. I had to read all that right there. I had to. Yeah, this is it's pretty deep, family. So wait, Reggie tried to use this? What was wrong with that, man?
I don't know what they was got going on. Hey, shout out to Black Caesar in the building. He asked when we're gonna get Chief Langley on the show. If you have any ties to Chief Langley, he is definitely welcome to come on the show. That's definitely that would be a big build, a big interview. Chief Langley is definitely dope, y'all. Shout out to Chief Langley, man. I would definitely, I've heard that where the CIA headquarters is in Langley, Virginia, is named after his family land. You know what I'm saying? So I've heard that, and a lot of times, man, like just speaking of certain names, what's crazy is like we was taught, like even when we was listening to the clip of Malcolm X the other day, he was saying, we were stripped of our names and stuff like that or whatever, right? Well, we actually wasn't. These are our names. Names are functional, right? If your name is Smith, for instance, that's not like you were named after a European slave master named Smith, right? That means that somebody in your family was Smith, like blacksmith, shoesmith. Wordsmith. You heard? Like, y'all got to get it, man. Like, it's not, Brown is from this land. They didn't bring Brown here. Okay? These names are descriptive terms. Some are functional. Some, what's your first name? Juan? Okay. Well, now you're John, and your family is John's son. So you're going to be the John son. So don't mean that all John sons are attached to each other. Don't mean that if your name is Reed, that you attach Tim Reed or all the goddamn Reeds on the planet. Because remember, okay, shit, no. Okay, you have a mama, right? And if your mama married your daddy, that means that, right? That means that you got your daddy's last name, right? But your mama wasn't born with that last name. Your mama's mama wasn't born with the last name that probably was given, because she married your mama's daddy. So your mama would have your grandfather's last name and not your grandmother's maiden name. You know what I'm going? So when you, for example, when you tracing, people be like, well, I trace my name back. Your name, like, that would be confusing, like, you know, because there's so many people that would have it. Like, you know what I'm saying, that may not have Brian Smith have the same exact name. You know what I mean? Brian Smith you went to school with, like you was in school with Brian Smith, and y'all both raised your hand. Like, it's more than you. Like, come on, y'all, like, this shit is dumb. Like, it's dumb. So when I hear people say stuff about names, whether you Aboriginal, you a Pan-African or whatever, you talking about names, like names means, nigga, your name the name you got right now is not your name 2 generations now. Sorry. Like, it don't make sense. So then when you get to your mama's daddy, he got a mom and daddy, and they had some names. Y'all see how this works? Like, y'all, you get it? Like, you have 4 grandparents, right? You are kin to all 4 of those people who have 4 different goddamn names, unless one of your grandparents was cousins and they was marrying each other and they got the same goddamn name. Or, hey, if people have had the same names and married each other, it's rare. Like a Jackson will marry another Jackson and she just keep her name.
And that is funny. She'd have to sign the papers for the name change. It's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. So when you guys are talking names, man, y'all seem slow when y'all saying that. So don't do that. Don't limit yourself to words, names, and things of that nature, whatever, right? You know, and especially when people say stuff like, "Oh, this white man named this, named my whole family." He named it. He named everybody, and he owned everybody, like all y'all. He owned your whole family. That's interesting. So yeah, man, it's this mindset, y'all. Like, we gotta change our mindset. We expect losery. You know what I mean? Somebody run for president, I'll be like, "You sure you're gonna win? They're gonna kill you." They can just expect losery. Like, y'all want to keep letting these motherfuckers rule over you? John Boehner type motherfuckers. Like, are y'all serious? Y'all ain't seeing the play? Tim, like the McConnell dude and Nancy Pelosi. Y'all ain't put them to pasture yet. Like, y'all still letting these same weak ass people get in office. So when y'all talk about that judge that's on the bench that just hugged that lady or that person, I don't even go there, y'all. That person, right? That's Kamala Harris. She's on the same time, no matter what the fuck she's telling y'all, bro. They're not even presenting nobody to beat Trump, y'all. Do y'all understand the play? They're not impeaching him. They're not doing none of these things, right? They're playing you. What they're doing, they're playing you. Now, if they impeach him, that, you know, I'd be like, yo, that would be interesting. They're not. Even the damn Democrats are benefiting from Trump. I'm probably right back. What it do?
I'm about to say, yeah, mute your shit. Oh, yeah. Let's get back to the chat, fam. Be busy in the building said, yeah, man, I agree, Chief. That's the best way to handle it. Yeah, you know, people, man, we just can't do it no more, man. We can't have that type of activity in the community anymore. All right, so I'm still with you. I enjoy listening to y'all while sleeping. Ha ha ha. That's what's up, Big Chief. Me too. Lolly Star. All right. Big Chief. Black Caesar saying salute back. Joey Silver saying ouch. Yeah, man. I know it hurt. Yes, sir. Mr. Dark Brother. One. Keeping it 100 as usual. Chatahaya Bell in the building. Bell and Cox. That's very interesting names that you have connected to you. All right. Well, we have land lined up for the family. All right. Now I have the video lined up. Wait for our good brother Chief to return. She takes care of some business. Now I don't know what's going on. I'm just messing with y'all. As we see, we just went over the act prohibiting the importation of slaves. And things just really didn't add up with it. Certain words are a little odd and strange. The wording is kind of not from that time. It just is not. So that's why I come out swinging at the information. That's really how I am towards the information, man. I just come out swinging. You know, they kill me, but I don't die. We waiting for our good brother Chief to get in. You already know Halloween's coming. I don't really need to celebrate Halloween, but it just fits that, you know what I'm saying? We are giving nightmares to the people on this bus right here. Yeah, that's right, y'all. I had to bust the bus out tonight. Once again, everybody on the bus, it belongs on the bus. Let's drop this message and go over this again before we play this video, because this video is showing again why our good brother's here on the bus. Yeah, that's right. We see the lady, she's making sure that they stay on the bus. So she's going to hit that bell and they all go into the sunken place. And our good brother Ty Data has been crushing them with the neo-Darwinism. Oh, man, he is crushing the neo-Darwinism, man. And then you see here what's on the bus, Darwin or Jesus. Which one do you pick? Well, I guarantee everyone on this bus will say, oh, brother, no, Jesus. Oh, my brother, I do not pick Jesus. A well-organized Jesus defeats a disorganized Darwinism. And I'm not going to mock my good brother Rob Boyd. I promise I won't pick on him like that no more. You see how he is, see how sensitive he is right here? Should have put some teardrops coming from the eye with the pink bandana on, because he got so mad, man. He done head-butted the whole back bar of the bus. See, the two in the back were like, they're just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Chief, help me out here before we show the video.
We're like, I'll play the watermelon song, nigga. We're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like I said, all these guys are on this there's more that deserve to be on here just as bad as them. But these guys all deserve to be on this bus. Seriously. Just for their body of work. Like, listen, y'all, your body of work puts y'all on this bus. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, she hit the watermelon like this is their theme song. So we see the bus, y'all. Think of the watermelon song.
We internet. One of them had a nerve telling we internet Indians. I'm like, yo.
Internet Indians. Well,
and man, I'll be trying to. Yeah, I swear I'll be trying to be nice and y'all and keep everything kind of cool and light. You know what I'm saying? They don't want it. They losing so bad. I don't know. They just be like, they be so upset. So anyway, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the short bus shorties and the Sour Patch Kids.
What?
We ain't forgot about the Sour Patch Kids, man.
God damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the hell? The Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Like they sour on the outside, but soft and sweet on the inside.
Oh, shit like that candy. Ah, damn.
They be like, oh, he's so sour, but he really sweet, soft and chewy on the inside. So yeah, they know what I'm talking about. They probably sit around like, I wish you would say our name. Nope. Sure won't. Or everybody says like, I wonder who the Sour Patch Kids are. Oh shit. Every time I see the short bus, it makes me think about the Sour Patch Kids.
Damn.
They do. I don't know why. They just do. But yeah. So what video we about to play?
Oh man, I'm hoping we can play this video.
Which one is it?
The awesome discoveries made with LiDAR technology. That one might not be able to fly. It's cryptoanthropologist. I don't know.
I got that from a science site though, right?
I believe so. Yeah, cryptoanthropologist. Anthropologist.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool. They don't get that many subscribers either. They got a couple hundred subscribers, right?
Oh no, they
How many?
how many subscribers do they got? I know they got 137K on that video. Let me get it back to the beginning. Boy, this is a good one. Nah, they got some subscribers. 668. I'm just joking, fam. Only 668 subscribers.
Okay, I know it's something like that. Shout out to crypto.
Yeah,
but you see how that video, well, I guess that don't really mean nothing either though. These days, yeah, you gotta be careful. But anyway, shout out to crypto. We say crypto what?
It's crypto anthropologist.
Crypto anthropology. Yeah. So shout out to them, man, and fuck fair use, by the way. Yeah, so we're gonna get into this LiDAR tonight, y'all. So we got a discovery of a find. Now, just keep in mind now, they're using this technology and it's rewriting history. It's rewriting, because a lot of the stuff that people are following behind is old information that's working off of old dusty ass data or theories that have been disproven by using science. Okay. Y'all see how that work? Like there's things, that okay, well, we believe this, but because we have this technology now that we know this. See what I'm saying? Because we believe this and we were going off of this for 40, 50 years. And because now that we have this technology that everybody's saying, yeah, well, we're gonna go with this technology because I could reproduce it. See how that work? So LiDAR, like we said the other day, is a proven science. It's just like, when you take an x-ray and then you could look inside your body and see if you got something broke or whatever. It's just the same concept, okay? They take picture of, say, the land. And did you know that they can also do this with the ocean? That they could take a picture of a part of the ocean and then see through the water and then give you a view of the ground? Did y'all know that? I was like, that is very interesting.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And they are finding a lot of great things when they're using LiDAR that they would have never found without it. Okay. You could just look at a hill and you'd be like, that just looks like a hill with a bunch of trees on it. And you drive right past it. But using the LiDAR, it takes the trees and the sediment off the top of what's under the hill. That's how that works. Okay. So yeah, man, let's get into this bean footage. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Y'all tuned into the greats of all time. I don't know what they're gonna do, Lotus. Like, there ain't nothing like this nowhere on the planet. It's not. So, like I said, man, shout out to all the great ones tuned in, man. We definitely appreciate it. All the love and support, man. Like we say, man, support the real. Y'all know that hashtag, man. So shout out to that, man. And let's get it.
LiDAR is a new high-resolution tool used for surveying landscapes that is revolutionizing the world of archaeology. New archaeological discoveries are no longer dependent on only radar or even hiking through the jungle and digging things up. Thanks to advances in technology, LiDAR has literally shone a light onto entire civilizations that were previously unknown. When compared with older techniques of surveying ruins, a team in West Central Mexico had taken 2 seasons to survey just 2 square kilometers. However, with LiDAR technology, they were able to map the entire city in just 45 minutes. So what is LiDAR technology? LiDAR, which was originally a portmanteau for light and radar, now stands for to create a detailed ground map of a surface below. This is done by measuring the differences in wavelengths and return times of each light pulse to map out what the target area might look like. This technology can be used over land or even over water. Here are just a few of the amazing discoveries that have been made with LiDAR technology. Many of us are probably familiar with the sprawling Angkor complex in Cambodia. Angkor Wat is the most famous structure in the complex and is the largest religious structure in the world. Now, with the help of LiDAR, lasers have revealed an elaborate network of undocumented temples and boulevards extending far beyond the known Angkor complex. While the finding of this lost city in the Cambodian jungles has provided a lot of information about ancient Angkor, it has also shown us just how little we know about this powerful medieval empire. In August 2017 in Denmark, a perfectly circular fortress was discovered with the help of LiDAR imaging. This is the 5th ring fortress to be discovered in Denmark since the 1930s. The fortress has a diameter of 144 meters, with 4 main gates and paved wooden roads. The fortress is over 1,000 years old and is likely to have been built by King Harald Bluetooth Gormson. The discovery provides new insight into how the Vikings may have lived during that time. With a combination of excavation and LiDAR technology, it's possible that many more exciting discoveries await. With the help of LiDAR technology, researchers have been able to take a peek beneath the canopy of the lush Guatemalan jungles and were astonished by what they found. Despite having studied this area on foot for decades, a vast metropolis of connecting cities had managed to go unnoticed. The project mapped over 2,000 square kilometers of the Maya biosphere, producing the largest data set ever used for archaeological research. The ancient Maya Empire was once thought to be of equal size to medieval England. However, this new research shows the empire to have been extremely sophisticated and advanced and could have easily had a population of up to 20 million people. Just a few months after the fascinating discovery at Tikal in Guatemala, scientists have employed the same technology to uncover an ancient city in Mexico. LIDAR technology has helped to map an area with over 40,000 building foundations, which have been covered by lava over 1,000 years ago. Despite being located in a frequently traveled area in Mexico, the existence of the city had previously been unknown. The city was also found to have a rather unusual layout, with its pyramids and temples located at the city's edges rather than concentrated in the center. Earliest evidence of the city dates to about 900 AD. Those are just a few of the interesting discoveries made with LIDAR. With the rapid and continuous advancements in technology today, who knows what other secrets we may uncover hidden all around us? Which of these LIDAR discoveries did you find the most interesting? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
There it is. Cryptoanthropologist does not seem to be apologetic at all.
Yeah, man. Yo, so what do you think about that?
Man, that's very interesting. I remember when I first heard about this technology, I was like, oh no, man, they're going to start digging up stuff they're not supposed to know about. I'm like, oh man, that's crazy, man. Like, damn, now that's going to cut a lot of people money out. And then when I saw that they started mapping out, finding civilizations all over the place, I was like, whoa, wow. So that means that what we have been told is a very small piece of the history of this planet. And with that technology, we're going to get a bigger piece of the ancient civilization that our ancestors left behind. So I feel it's very important, man. It's very helpful for us.
That's facts.
I know the naysayers don't like that. Oh man, they go to Africa, they gonna pull up all kind of stuff. Nah, buddy, they already tried it.
I mean, people create maps from this because they don't, have any type of road maps or anything. And this helps them to get to certain structures and it helps them navigate their ways through jungles and stuff like that. So it was one guy, his team went to a place that hadn't been touched for so long, right? Using LIDAR, he went down, and his team went down, and they encountered like some type of, I won't say mosquito, but anyway, they got some type of disease that was eating their skin, so they had to go through some real shit just to, risk their lives just to you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like everything was trying to kill them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the animals are not afraid of you. Everything in the jungle is trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's interesting that they use LIDAR and you keep using it. You keep using it to come up with the things that you need. And when they're talking about ranging, right? The R in LIDAR is the ranging part of it. You're how deep you're going down. You can kind of range how far to dig and things of that nature. Y'all see what I'm saying? So this technology is incredible, y'all. And it got into the lost city in Mexico. Have you heard about that, brother?
This will be the first time I heard about this.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I fucks with LIDAR a little bit, man, and they're finding sites all over America, and Mexico and America too. But this one right here is really interesting. They're talking about that city. Do we have that study up? The lost Mexican city. I'm gonna break some of the stuff down, how big it was, how massive. And just reading the stuff, I'm like, yo, bro, like, what you telling me? They finding more pyramids?
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, like we was building a lot of shit, y'all. Like, and it's so old, like it's just crazy. So it is always interesting how, you know, they're trying to keep their numbers in a certain you know, certain time frame. We can't go past these time frames, but we know that, you know, people wasn't doing it. You know, you guys you're putting too much in one time frame. Like all these people's doing this at the same exact time. Like, this shit crazy. That don't make sense. And the older these ruins are, and please stop saying Mayans. The Mayans don't have anything to do with these buildings. It's like the Native Americans tell you they don't have anything to do with these buildings. That's what they say. So I just think it's interesting that the Incas say the same thing. But what's also interesting that there were stages of building, y'all. Okay? Like one generation would come in and say we'll build the mound. Another generation would come in and say we'll put bricks on it. And the next generation would come in and have a little bit more technology or whatever. And then they would put stone on it. You know what I mean? Or different, but it would be a progression. You see progression, right? And they like to say, well, you guys just have dirt piles under that stone and stuff like that or whatever, right? But you're seeing a progression of technology. By the time you see it in Kemet, I think where my mind works is like I wouldn't look at the Luxor, right? I'm looking at the Luxor right now, right? I can look at the Luxor right now and I look at the Luxor and be like, oh yeah, well, you see it, it's the technology of the Luxor. You see the light stick shooting out the top of it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So you're seeing a more modern technology. So when you look at the Great Pyramids in Giza, stuff like you seeing more modern technology. That's not rocket science, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's ridiculous, y'all. It's really ridiculous. So, you know, I just think, like, if we had to build these things today, we wouldn't build them. None of these things would be up. The way we think, the way our mentality is, we wouldn't have built none of these things. And I think that's the sad part. Right? So I think it's important for us to tap into being the builders of these structures and the buildings, you know, the mound builders and civilization builders, right? I think it's important for us to teach our children that. Self-esteem, pride, you know, honor. Those things come with being an American. That's how that works, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like people that left from other places and came here, they would say, yeah, they're Americans, right? And they'll be like, well, I'm Irish American, right? But that means you saying that this is better than Ireland. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
You understand? This is better than Britain. This is better than Germany. This is better than Kenya. Okay? You wouldn't have came here. You just stay where you at. Or you would leave and go home. Okay? You would have never came. You're gonna stay in Germany and take care of Germany. That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
So when people saying something like, yo, bro, y'all came here. So something was here that was great. That's why you came here. So that's what we need to tap into, y'all. The greatness of America that made all these people come here.
Very true. Man, I pulled up the Lost City in Mexico may have had as many buildings as Manhattan. Got the article that you sent me. Very interesting, fam. Look what it says. It says LiDAR showing its archaeological prowess once again being used to reveal the extent of the lost quotations city in western Mexico built and inhabited by the Purepecha, P-U-R-E, Pure, P-E-C-H-A, Pecha or Peca. Contemporaneous rivals to the Aztec civilization. And they always have to interject that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they held hands and saying kumbaya, but they always got to. Anyway, led by archaeologist Chris Fisher of Colorado State University, the team has estimated that the city of Angamuco had around 40,000 buildings spread over an area of 26 square kilometers, 10 square miles. Civilization. This, the researchers say, is comparable to the number of buildings to Manhattan over a much smaller area of land. Manhattan spans 59 square kilometers, 22 square miles. Angamuco, which has lain vacant for centuries, has been known about for some time. I guess y'all didn't know about it. Well, I did not either. So it was built over a lava flow that occurred thousands of years ago in the Mexican state of Michoacan.
Is that what Michigan comes from, my brother?
Michoacan. Got him.
Okay. Michoacan, Chicago, okay, Milwaukee, all these, but just getting back to what the brother's saying, man. We're connected. This is all our shit from Mexico to Detroit. This is our shit, okay, and beyond. Like everything attached to touching us is our shit, okay. Y'all gotta understand that we was moving, we was trading. They finding things from, like we were talking about, just using this technology, right? They found some temples and pyramids in Georgia, right? This is in Georgia. You're looking at that Stone Mound right there. Yeah, really, it is, right? But using this light, they found tombs, they found certain things, right? And they was like, oh, okay. Well, these people that we found in Georgia, bones match the people in Mexico. Okay? These are the same exact fucking people. Okay? The same people. That's why John Horse could leave Georgia, Florida, and move freely where his people was at in Mexico. These are the same exact people. And with science, they're saying that they have found the indigo blue paint that comes from Mexico in Georgia. Y'all see how that works? Yeah, y'all see how that works? That's what I would call a primary. Well, pull up the article. See where I get it from. I just made it up. Like I just make up shit like you niggas make up shit. Like, that don't make sense. We don't do that over here, bro. We do real live research, and we find something that even if it goes against what we're saying, we just dig deeper. And 99.9% of the time, we never came up short. Like, yo, you guys are following a script that is copied and pasted and put together. When you're gonna have some real science to back up what you're saying. We're finding activities of civilization that does not supposed to be there. What are you talking about? This don't supposed to be here. This don't supposed to be in Georgia. This don't supposed to be in Mexico. Oh, that's a mountain. No, that's a pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Sediment it's been there so long that it's covered with dirt. Or these people are excavating thousands of pyramids when they came to America. When they came and they're like, oh shit, the fuck? What is going on? Like, they didn't go into West Africa and see thousands of pyramids. They didn't see big ass, you know what I'm saying, megaliths and stuff. Did they? So stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that people didn't build things, you know what I'm saying, in different parts of the world. They did. But man, just the sheer mass numbers of what we have over here, man, don't make sense for people to tell us, oh, well, agriculture comes from Sumer. Zero comes from Sumer. All these things, and we got so much agriculture over here, industrial side stuff that fed 10 to 20 million people. Like, what? Who's doing this? Who's setting this up? Like, who's organizing this? How are they putting all this together in these so-called, air quotes, ancient times? What are we doing? What are we talking about? that's how far we go back. That's how great our ancestors are. And yes, I'm taking credit. These are our ancestors. You know why? The bones in the ground, aka the mummies and the different tombs and things that we can prove, right? Match the murals of them painting themselves, drawing themselves. They say, well, this is what I look like right here. Here's my hair, and you know. So I mean, understanding. So when the conversations come back, like, why are we having that conversation when the people are clearly showing you who they are? There they go. There's the mummy in the ground with the locks wrapped around his legs on the ground. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
The gold teeth and shit. Like, this shit crazy. Like, who is this? Who are these people? So it's just, yo, come on, y'all. Like, we gotta stop it. So we've been duped. We're definitely being fooled to believe in just this whole the slave op. You know what I'm saying? We really believe it, right? And I just think that's weird. So yeah, we're gonna tap in though, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna tap in. But go ahead with the thing, because it's something interesting that they got, like, so they won't hear it from us, like we just said it. Like, this is what what the scientists say. It's not what we say. Those aren't pyramids. Well, that's not what the scientists say right here, right? Like, what are we talking
That's
about?
right.
A pyramid don't have to fit your standard of what a fucking pyramid is, bro. Like, it don't work like that. Okay? You've seen the box pyramids, you've seen the bent pyramids, we've seen circular pyramids. Come on, so the stuff you guys are saying don't add up. It doesn't have to fit the Luxor, okay? The Luxor is the new model, okay? So, yeah, y'all gonna have to, like, we just showed a pyramid last night. That's by volume the largest pyramid on the planet. Then we talking about Redonda and all these other places. They say the base of this pyramid is the size of Greater Los Angeles. What are y'all talking about? Who's building this? Who's doing this? Like, come on, y'all. Do y'all understand what we talking about? Were they getting paid? Like, they get a check? Like, everybody craftsmen? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta think about how did they move these stones? Some of these stones are so fucking big. They like, yo, like, we don't get it. We don't know what they did. They must have had some alien help or something levitating these big ass. They'll make up everything because it's so fucking great. It's so massive. They like, we don't have the technology to do it today. How did they do it back then? Had to be alien. Had to be a giant. See what I'm saying? Like, y'all couldn't have did this. And I'm like, yo, that's interesting. So, yeah, man. So that's what we're dealing with, bro. Go ahead, man.
Oh, yeah. So it says, however, attempts to learn more about it have proven difficult due to the forest that covers it and the rugged terrain underfoot. And then they show images, and one of them says a pyramid was found. And they zoom in on the pyramid. It has a structure next to it. Oh, man, family. It says Fisher and his team have been using LiDAR to map the area since 2009, gradually uncovering more and more of the city. They have mapped 35 square kilometers, revealing the size of the city with teams on the ground covering 4 square kilometers and confirming over 7,000. Oh, man, 7,000 architectural features previously identified in the LiDAR data. Wow. Okay. Wow.
7,000? Okay. 7,000. Okay. All right. 7,000.
Yeah.
7,000. Yeah. And it's just one spot. I mean, come on, now. Like, it's getting really ridiculous at this point to have these kind of conversations over and over again. I think it's very interesting, though. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, it is, man. And it said that is a huge area with a lot of people and a lot of architectural foundations that are represented, Fisher told The Guardian. If you do the maths, all of a sudden you are talking about 40,000 building foundations up there, which is about the same number of building foundations that are on the island of Manhattan. At its peak between around 1000 and 1350 CE, the population of the city probably reached around 100,000 people, Fisher said, making it the biggest city in western Mexico at the time, and much bigger than the Purépecha imperial capital of Tzintzuntzan. Many people make fun of it. Okay, so although probably not as densely populated, the researchers also noticed that the city had some strange layout features. Temples and open plazas are located in 8 places around the edges of Angamuco, rather than the center, as is more usual. Other features that the team has uncovered includes roads, pyramids, gardens, areas, ball courts, and cemeteries, the latter of which has information about Purépecha funerary practices. Oh man, you see that, Chief?
Ball courts?
Yeah.
Shout out to Aboriginal Power. I remember he was on side there and they told them fools, nigga, we had ancient 2,000-year-old basketball courts with balls and everything on them. They was like, what are you talking about? Africans invented. Africans invented.
Funny as hell.
And they only got one African all-star for the basketball. Y'all know who that is? Akeem Olajuwon. Shout out to Akeem Olajuwon.
That's right.
What a great.
Yeah, he was.
The great Akeem Olajuwon. And I'm going to say this about this UFC guy, this Israel Adesanya, right? Now, the brother is very talented, man. But I like how he tries to self-promote himself and he's selling out, he's doing his thing, man. But, bro, you don't have to. Bro, you don't have to move like that, bro. Like he's like, you know, like you feel me? Like he don't have to, like you could talk your talk and do what you do, bro. But the way you moving, it's just weird, man. Like I know you representing for Nigeria and stuff. Salute for that, man. You're a great fighter. That's all I can say. I wouldn't move up to fuck with John Jones if I was you. Stay in your lane, bro. Just be great in that lane. Okay? Get your money. Don't run over there to that beast, bro. That's not the way to do it. That's what I would say. Like I know people want to move up and test themselves, and you know, like for me, for instance, right? You know, I want to get in the ring with the best. Whoever's the best, I want to be in the ring with them. See how that works? This is what it is. I do. So I get it. But I just don't think you're ready for John Jones. I don't. I maybe he might think he isn't. Like I said, I fucks with it. But you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a dickhead. You don't have to be an asshole, man, in the way you moving. It don't look official. It don't look authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like people are really assholes. Like they really assholes. They don't even have to act like one. They really that's what you are. You know what I mean? You a dick? Okay, nobody likes you. You know what I mean? That's you cool, but it seems like you just manufacturing it. You don't really have to do that, bro. You good. You good money, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I did see a fight. He got knocked out and he's kickboxing. like he was asleep, his arms into his side.
Oh shit! Yo, Jones gonna night.
Hey, y'all better. Hey, I know y'all better leave little young Pharaoh alone too. Y'all know he be kickboxing and shit.
Yeah.
Fight, man. See, that's why I don't fight y'all, because if I lose, nigga, I'm gonna be trying to get into some other shit in the fight in the ring. You're like, all right, come on out the arena, nigga. You don't beat me up in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but no, I really would like to train with the young brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Show him some stuff. showing some moves, you know. So shout out to Young Pharaoh, though. But yeah, you definitely don't need to be losing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Fight, you lost, man. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I watched the other ones too. I was pissed off.
Like one, he got robbed, but this last one, the dude beat him because he got tired. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he does, man. He goes all hard in the beginning.
Burned out. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, burns out too quick, and then he's not executing on his strike, man.
And then another thing he does. Shout out to Big Hawk, man. We tuned in, man. He got a school up in Detroit, a dojo up in Detroit, man. They train fighters and stuff like that, man. So shout out to Big Hawk. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he telegraphs his kicks, his punch. You know what I'm saying? Like I see him coming. Like, bro, I'm gonna hit you 2-3 times because I'm seeing you loading it. I'm gonna hit you 2 or 3 times before you get that off, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that word. Like the fighting is not all about your speed. What it is about your speed, but it's about knowledge too. You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, they call boxing the sweet science. You know what I'm saying? And when you get mixed martial arts, you know, you got everything. So now you got the knees, elbows, and a few other things to be, you know, worried about. You know what I mean? And as well as the grappling aspect of it and stuff like that. So that's why I fucks with it. That's why I tell these niggas, like, I just want to box. I want to UFC. I want to MMA. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to talking, I'm like, nigga, let's MMA. Fuck all that talking. Let's MMA. How about that? No? Okay, well, don't talk to me like that then, because I want an MMA. If you don't want MMA, you shouldn't be talking to me like that, because yeah, I want to knee you upside the back of your head. Like, I really do. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't get this out of me, y'all. Like, I'm cut. My breed is different. I don't like it. I couldn't battle rapper shit. These niggas be talking like you the weeniest nigga. You be talking crazy. I'm like, what did he just say? So yeah, that's just why I just make music. But I don't battle rap and stuff like that. I don't rap either, y'all. By the way, I just write, produce. I don't rap, y'all. So, but yeah, that's why I couldn't do it. Like, cause you've been said the wrong thing. And who that? One of them rappers punched one of the other battle rappers that was talking crazy. I know Abba, no. I want to say it was like Hollow the Don or something. But I know Hollow the Don that got at Joe Budden. Yeah, shout out to Joe Budden. If he ain't the luckiest, like he has a better career now than he had as a rapper. Do y'all know that?
Yeah.
No disrespect. No, I'm talking about dope lyricist, dope MC, bro. Like, and I think he's a doper. Like, he's dope. Like, Joe Budden is a dope broadcaster. I'm sorry. Like, he is. Like, I fucks with him. Like, that's why he's where he's at right now. He's not because he's a rapper. Oh, he's the greatest rapper. No, nigga. This nigga is actually good at what he do. Interviewing, and, you know, I seen him working over the years. He's worked on it. Like, he's not new to this. So that's why I said, so I see that right there. So I definitely respect that, yo. You know, people having a second career, you know what I'm saying, and or taking they 15 minutes and extending it from years and stuff like that or whatever. So I fucks with him, man. I see Nori doing his thing, man. You know, Nori just a great personality.
Yeah.
You put him in front of the camera, it's over. Like, I fuck don't like Dream Champ. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, bro, I'm one of them type, bro. I salute that. And what's so crazy is these guys are better than all the rest of them. When we talking about Nori, and we talking about Joe Budden, we talking about interviewers or something like whatever, more informative, more entertaining, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So, I'm not saying that everybody's perfect, whatever, but, you know, y'all follow me? For the culture, for what they're doing, yeah, I think they're dope. Definitely better than a lot of the other fuckers that they got out there. Not to knock on nobody else, but y'all follow me? Like, so yeah. So I salute people that's making moves, yo. That's just what it is. So not a hater. We gotta support each other, yo. That's another thing. We gotta stop all this hate, man. Like we gotta solve this issue. You know what I mean? Like we keep running to the issue as well. You know, like shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. He was like, yo, you know, the black dollar stayed in the community like a couple hours or some shit. Hey, how? Like when you think about it, right? I remember this couple that was up in Chicago, and they was like they were gonna go like 2 years or something without spending money with white people. Gas, like that. Bro, like listen, it was only like one gas station in all of Chicago that they could go to. They would have to drive across town, whatever. Like, bro, like you know what I'm saying? So you know, now it's not as bad for them because Chicago is kind of a Aboriginal city, so you got a lot of, they can go some cleaners and stuff like that or whatever, so they can get away with it. But the sad part about it is even the city of the size of Chicago, it still was hard for them to find grocery stores and find places and things like that or whatever, or they had to go super far outside their community. Why? What the fuck are we doing? Oh, we waiting on CVS, we waiting on McDonald's, we waiting on Panda Express, we waiting on every motherfucking body to come in and eat off us, but us. So I think I ain't gonna say that. I can't say that. Yeah, sometimes I forget that we online sometimes, so I'm about, so I can't say that. But I will say this, we have to get back to the organization, right, that run Chicago, right? We got to get back to what they were originally used for or were created for. Okay? That has to be a serious conversation when we're talking peace, when we're talking prosperity, when we're talking building. Chicago and any other city, you know what I'm saying? If you're calling yourself a Crip or a Blood or a Vice Lord Disciple or anything, Latin King, anything, you're almost like, you're supposed to be like a knight. You understand what I'm saying? Almost like a vanguard, like the protectors of your community, motherfuckers. See, that's how I'm gonna talk to them. I'm not about to go back and forth with you dumb motherfuckers. Are we gonna handle this? Are we gonna protect and build and do things in our community? Or are we not? It's as simple as that. Because I can deal with it. We're not gonna do it. If niggas tell me, man, fuck that, man. We for ourselves. We don't give a fuck about the community. I can kick rocks and go live in the mountains somewhere. I'm cool. I don't have a problem with that. And I can deal with whatever y'all got, whatever y'all want to throw at us, right? But if you're saying that we supposed to be building and doing something for the fucking babies, for the future, then why is this hard for us to stop killing each other? Why is that so hard? Like we hate each other so much that not only that we kill each other, but we can't spend money with each other. We can't circulate and do anything. We'd rather give it to Arabs and Asians, for instance, right? Who don't like us and disrespect us.
Right.
Who are clearly competing. And I'm not saying all of them, because some lovely Arab people, man, lovely Asian people that I've met throughout the years, I've done business with, learned things from, you know what I'm saying? So I there's good people in the world. And there are also a lot of negative people, but a lot of times people just have a negative perception of you because that's how they were socialized. So it just starts a whole little cycle of negativity, of hate, of So these are things that we're stopping. We're stopping this by shattering the caste system. But go ahead, bro. You about to say something?
Yes, that's right. Oh, there's more.
Oh, go ahead. I think I better get away.
Says other artifacts excavated from the city puts its earliest date at around 900 CE, based on radiocarbon dating, and show that it went through two periods of expansions, and one of the collapses before the arrival of the Europeans in the 15th century heralded the collapse of the pre-Columbian Mesoamerican cultures.
Okay, I gotta say this right, but when they say Mesoamerica, Meso means mixed. Okay, okay, this is not Mesoamerica, even 900 AD. Okay, let's just be clear. Because remember, this is prior to the invasion of the Pale Man. Okay, is this clear? Are we clear? So I don't want to keep going back and forth. And also, like I said, they like to, keep the dates and numbers conservative, for them. But go ahead, bro.
All right. Okay, yeah, I'm still on. LiDAR has previously revealed some absolutely jaw-dropping information about cities lost to forest growth. Earlier this month, researchers working with the Pakunan Foundation revealed a megalopolis hidden in the jungles of Guatemala. It don't stop there in Mexico. It has also been used to find medieval cities hidden in the jungles of Cambodia, and Fisher has previously discovered lost cities in the Honduran rainforests. Oh, I can't wait to see that one. This is because
they found over 60,000 structures, pyramids, temples, causeways. Okay, okay, 60,000, and then they found another 20,000 just north of that site. You know what I'm saying? So what they're saying is that the entire Amazon is inhabited. Can y'all think about it, right? Now we already know North America from Canada all the way down is littered thousands of pyramids. Okay, that's what we call these structures, pyramids, right? Okay, you can call them whatever you want to call them, that's fine, but according to science, they're pyramids. Okay, so all over America, right? So when we get to Central and South America, it's even more. I think that's amazing, yo. I really do. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, man. Peace to all the great ones tuned in, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. Like I said, hashtag support the real. We're in the building, man. Shout out to Lotus Civilization, man. Always dropping great information, man, and great insight, man, on, just coming with some stuff, man. I know a lot of people haven't heard before, so shout out to Lotus. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I just think this thing is just amazing. They're talking about 77,000 structures. Like, damn, that's like, bro, our ancestors were building all over America. And then y'all have the nerve to be like, oh, well, yeah, Summers where stuff comes from, but they don't have nothing to show for it. If niggas was doing certain things y'all said they was doing, why they didn't do it there? Why we don't see evidence of it? It just don't make sense. It just don't make no sense at all. Like, it's just dumb. And I seen this thing today, and they were talking about Plato was talking about the pillars of Hercules and stuff like that, right? And they were trying to say, well, that to them, like, they were just like, oh, well, he was talking about Atlantis, that's no longer there, right? But where's Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're Atlantis. They're talking about coming from here, like technology, the information, certain things, whatever, coming from America. So that's what they were talking about when we were talking about Plato, we were talking about Herodotus, people like that or whatever. They're letting you know where their ancestors came from. So, just wanted to point that out, y'all. I didn't just want to. You back?
All right, I'm back, man.
Yeah, have you heard about Plato? Have you heard about Plato talking about Atlantis and basically like their ancestors coming from Atlantis or coming from the going back through the pillars of Hercules and things of that nature? You heard about that?
Yeah, oh yeah, I know the story pretty well.
Okay, can you tell the people the story, bro? This kind of goes with what we're talking about.
Well, it wasn't too much definites on like the culture of the people there, but he said that there was a landmass that was they'll say in the Atlantic Ocean, but that's not what was written. I don't want to paraphrase, so I can bring it up.
Yeah, I didn't want to paraphrase either. But there's plenty of accounts of that. And have you ever seen the Mayan? They call it the Mayan pyramid in Egypt. You ever seen that?
No, that one I haven't seen either.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. I seen that. I was like, this is interesting. They're literally like, yo, where did this come from? And but when we're talking about the so-called Mayan calendar, right? I would like to say the Olmecan calendar or the She calendar, right? Let's go with that. The She calendar, right? The Mayans wouldn't have had anything to do with it. But anyway, so once again, that's them trying to take over a era, you know what I'm saying, a time for whatever, right? But how are these calendars are the same calendar? The so-called Egyptian calendar, right? With Bess in the middle of it, with the tongue sticking out, it's the same calendar. Like, where does it come from first? And according to archaeology, this one comes from over here first. Well, nobody like, oh well, we're following the the Egyptian calendar. You know what I mean? When the 2K in 1999, when everybody was going through that, and they were talking about the end of the world and stuff like that, they wasn't talking about the Egyptian calendar and charting that. They was talking about the Mayan calendar, what they were calling the Mayan calendar, but the She calendar, right? Y'all get it? Have you ever heard of the long calendar, brother?
The long calendar.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is it? I believe so. I was trying to think of the number that was on the long count.
14 billion.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. 14 billion years. Calendar. That part. So I don't know. So when we talk about maybe like you look up where zero comes from. Shout out to AP, man. I don't know if you're in the chat. We got to definitely get AP on here, man. Get it in. He got some shit he got to drop. It's like boiling over. He can't wait to get in here and drop it. But so that's what we got going on, y'all. Like, our ancestors were great. Of our ancestors all over this great land of ours, y'all. And it's just so frustrating when people try to tell us that that's not us. And how you gonna tell somebody who they are? Like, that's crazy.
Right. The social engineering or the psychological impairment of people believing the nonsense and trying to project it on the people. Man, I don't know which one's worse. Let's see what else we have in the Lost City. Okay, it says, this is because LiDAR, laser, and radar can penetrate foliage and water to map the ground below in 3 dimensions, picking out details that are invisible to the human eye from the air. Wow. Everywhere you point the LiDAR instrument, you find new stuff. And that is because we know so little about the archaeological universe in the Americas right now. right now. Every textbook has to be rewritten. In 2 years from now, they're going to have to be rewritten again, Fisher said. Many of these areas of the Americas that we see today, that we think that we would classify as pristine tropical forests, are really abandoned gardens. Fisher presented the team's research to date at the annual meeting for the American Association for the Advancement of Science in Austin, Texas last week. How you like that, Unc?
Well, those were the anatomically correct humans.
Anatomically correct?
What was their DNA? Yeah, all this goofy shit, bro. Like, come on, bro. Monkey people made pyramids all over America. Hunter-gatherers made pyramids all over America, right? All over them. Hundreds of thousands of pyramids, y'all. Hundreds of thousands. Okay? Hundreds. So when they be talking like, yo, y'all got to catch up, like, because this don't make no sense. How is a place that only has 132 structures telling somebody that has thousands? Literally. We ain't even talking about these walls and all other things like in Utah. Like, it's just so many, bro. Like, y'all, we're gonna come up with something every day. That's what we're gonna do.
That's right.
What you gonna do? Oh no, it's not real. LiDAR is not real. It's pseudo. Is it? I mean, it's definitely a good way for them to, like to say, okay, well, there's a hill right there. Let's take a picture of it real fast and see what's in it before we tear it down. And it's a less intrusive way to, okay, well, that's a burial mound with 100 people in it. They've been laying there for 5,000 years or so, whatever. Like, you just come through with a bulldozer and tear it down. They did that to over thousands of these structures in America. That's what they tell them. What about all the places they hiding? Mm-hmm. They got a county in Nevada called Pyramid County with Pyramid Lake. Think about that. Pyramid County. Why do you think they call it Pyramid County? Why do you think majority of the state is blocked off? I forgot how much they said, like 2/3 of the state is blocked off. Oh, they're doing that because of aliens, y'all. You believe that? You believe that? Think about that. Aliens? Aliens. Why not E.T. County then? Think about it. Like, we can tell them all this right here and then have them looking over here. And you know what I'm saying? Misdirection, bro. Yeah, it's a UFO. It's an unidentified flying object. Maybe like you thinking it's something. Nah, you think it's some extraterrestrial stuff. No, yeah, it's extraterrestrial. All right. Everything they're saying, they're saying it like that. It's just always interesting to me. Like, yo, I like the picture when they be like, Neil Armstrong. They taking a picture of him being the first man to step on the moon, right? Like, well, who's taking a picture then? The photographer had to step off first. Like, wait a minute. Before you step off, let's get out so we can take a picture. He's stepping on the bro. Like, this is weird. There's no way you can get to the moon. No way. There's no way. Sorry. Yeah, man. It's too funny. Too funny. Hey, that's what we got going on. Is there more in this?
Oh, no, that was it. LiDAR that LiDAR is the next step in excavating archaeological finds. That's it. We winning. Nah. Man, times when it like Yeah, man. I gotta
Yeah, man.
call tonight. Oh, I loved it though, man. Yeah, I love this.
Yeah. And don't get it twisted, y'all. We fucks with Indian, man. So we're not saying none of that, man. Don't consider yourself an American Indian. Um, but just know, don't alienate yourself from Negro. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are just descriptive terms, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you was like, yo, I'm American, that's why we just keep it simple, y'all. American. And then we have the first American Declaration, the first draft of the first American Declaration, man. Shout out to Libra Son, man. Shout out to Kai Data. Please read it. Like, especially a lot of the naysayers, man. Read what we're doing, man. Don't just, like, you know, we're saying that we're replacing the NAACP. We're replacing the Democratic Party for our people. Help us. What the hell my religious beliefs have to do with us organizing and building here in America, bro? Come on, man. Like, that don't even make sense to me. And, you know, shout out to Q Butterman, the Zyx Institute, man. When we see things that are great, man, it don't matter. We're not looking at like Kadeta said it better than anybody. Like, man, they're my brothers. We're not looking at them like if somebody's doing something, whether it's Tahaka Bay, shout out to Tahaka Bay and the work he's doing out there in Baltimore, man. Shout out to that brother, man.
Islam to that brother.
Yeah, Islam to that brother. We're not gonna be like, oh, he wears a fez. He was over in with Mussolini. Child, if you never heard of the Knights, you need to be quiet, man. You shouldn't say stuff and listening to people that are not, that are continually are separating and trying to separate the community, separate our people, man. Those are things that we don't need. So if I hear something coming from a pastor that makes sense, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's you know, him knowing his history that has nothing to do with his religious beliefs. Like, what are we talking about? Majority of the people that's listening have some type of beliefs of Islam, Christianity, Judaism. What we're saying is, if you do some real research, you see how that comes from America. These are spiritual systems. They just have taken them and manipulating us because we are so attached to them, because they come from our ancient spiritual system. That's how this works.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to take people away from something that's resonating with their spirit. It's just your perception of it. We're like, well, you believe in God? I'll be like, yeah. Who's your God? My mama.
That's your creator. Hey,
that's daddy, you know what I'm saying?
Those are your creators.
Shout out to my daddy, man.
That's right.
What's wrong with y'all, man? Shit. Shout out to my granddaddy, man. You know, I say daddy. I'm like, oh, my father, my daddy. You heard? Them my master teachers, them my guys, man. So you're gonna be like, oh no, you can't believe that. Huh? So now you telling me I have to believe. Come on, bro. Like, shit. Remember, like I say, I always remember what Professor Griff told me. I was singing one day. I was on the phone with him going off, like, yeah. And he was like, man, all blades of grass don't grow the same, brother. You gotta give everybody a chance to grow it, you know? Feel me?
Yeah.
You know? Some of us are, we are wild weeds growing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got to give people opportunity to grow too, man. And don't just, we all once were in some type of belief system, you know what I'm saying? So it's always interesting to me when I see people that were, you know, Christians or whatever for years, you know what I'm saying? And you made it through, and then, you know what I'm saying? You battered and bruised people that's trying to get through, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, they're here because their spirit is resonating with us. So, yeah, shalom, Islam, assalamu alaikum, and all other greetings of peace and love and friendship to all people, man. That's what we're doing over here, man. You know what I'm saying? But when we say we love ourselves and we love being Americans and love, you know, our ancestors and stuff, that's not saying we hate everybody else, bro. So now a lot of times y'all do see a lot of pain over here. You'll see people that are in pain that went through certain things, certain whatever, you know. We working through that. Remember, that's the hate that hate produce. So wouldn't bear with us. You know what I'm saying? When we getting through these emotions, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell somebody for so long that y'all did all this to them and expect for them to get over it just that quick. Because people still believe in the slavery shit. We still believe in Mississippi burning. We still believe in, you know, Harriet Tubman and all these fake ass shit that they've been telling us, man. They turned. Come on, man. There'd be a lot of missing niggas if they was turning niggas into can of oil in the 1800s. They have a whole line of oil. Yeah. They be like, we got them. We ain't got to dig for no oil, nigga. We got a whole. We can turn people. Like, is he the only person they ever turned to a can of oil? Does anybody know? that don't sound incredible to you? That don't sound incredible to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very incredible.
Sounds incredible, man. Like, so it goes back to a lot of things that people, you know, talk about lampshades and all these other things that they say that they were doing, people, whatever, you know. That's been said in different places around the world. Yeah, man. What else we got on tap, brother?
What else we got on what?
So what else we got on tap?
No, that was pretty much it right there. Start loading up some premieres. Let me see what else you got.
We gonna get back into the Stono, aka Cato's conspiracy, not the Stoner Rebellion, because once again, you know, it's always perception, and if I'm writing the paper, I could write it and give you my wording and verbiage and stuff like that or whatever, you know. Once again, it goes back to our perception of, you know, we're allowing other people to give us our perception of ourselves, and then wonder why we don't deal with each other. We see ourselves the same way everybody else sees us. Damn, they're like the untouchables, you know what I mean? In a negative way. Like, we're not going to even do each other. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, no. The Negro League, it's been there 30 years, you know what I'm saying? The niggas want to go play for somebody else. Really? Like, I know that's petty, but when we talking sports, but shit, they done built whole civilizations off sports. Entertainment. Why are they controlling the masses using these sports and entertainment as an institution of teaching, of social engineering, right? And ironically, sports is what's moving the social all in our favor. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because people, like, it was crazy, right? I sent Ty this video yesterday, right? Of Jesse Owens, right? Running in Berlin in the Olympics up there, right? And it was crazy because Hitler and all the other Germans went crazy when they announced Jesse Owens. I'm talking about went crazy. When he won, they was going crazy. They were happy. Y'all get what I'm going with this? Like, they were happy to see him. It wasn't hate, like, oh, boo. They wasn't saying boo. They was literally, so they were just as happy for him as they was their own countrymen and people like that was running. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they said it was just running and stuff, but it really means something, right? So it was another story, right, with Jesse Owens. He wasn't supposed to. Him and the other brother who was the two fastest, you know, who had Jesse Owens got the gold in the 100, and the other brother that was on, I can't think of his name right now, excuse me, brother, was on there with him, got the silver medal, right? So they wasn't supposed to be on the 4x100 relay team. Now they both, Jesse Jackson got 100, 200, and the long jump, he got a gold medal. So he got 3 gold medals, right? So now the relay team who's been practicing, whatever, consists of 4 Caucasian guys and 2 Jewish guys, okay? They have a meeting before the 400 relay or whatever. Now, keep in mind, these guys probably going to win the gold medal anyway, but the coach came in and was like, "Yo, hey, we want to replace you guys with Jesse and the other brother and take you guys off." Right now, everybody's upset. Jesse Owens stands up and he says, "Hey, man, these guys have worked hard to be on this to get their gold medal. I've already got 3. Let them get 1." You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Right? The coach told him to sit his ass down. He's gonna do what he told. Jesse just sat down and did what he told. And he ran the first leg, and he got so far ahead that then the brother got it after him, and then he got even further ahead. Then by the time the other 2 guys got it, they was just running by themselves. Y'all get it? So he got his 4th gold medal like that, right? Now, I'm saying all this to say, right, that they seen the reaction, Americans, right, the government. Now this is before World War II, y'all. It's like 30-something Olympics, Berlin. And it was always like, yo, how are they hosting the Olympics then, right? But during this time, we didn't have a fucked up relationship like that with meaning we, America. So that's why Jesse Owens a hero over there. That's why they were cheering for him, because they didn't view America as their enemy at the time. Y'all get it? Like we were trading with Germany, like things were in America, like made in Germany instead of made in China and shit, right? So we had that type of relationship. So, and we can get into all another show about what happened in between World War I and World War II and what happened, right? Y'all get it? And a lot of these things are changing here in this country too, to make the relationship change. Y'all get it? Different administrations and stuff like that would have a different relationship with different countries based on the different presidents or whoever come in. So I think that would be kind of a negative thing that we would have. Basically give you an example, right? Say, for instance, President Bush, the second one, had a good relationship with a country, right? Then Obama could come in, and just because whatever, they don't like him, then now we have a different relationship with that country based off of this one person or this regime or whatever who's coming in every 4 years or every 8 years, whatever it is, back and forth. So I think that's the disadvantage that we have when we have that. Y'all just keep it real, because people see the president as our leader type shit, when he's just somebody working for a corporation. Y'all get it?
Right.
Like it's like the closest thing to royalty, like they socially push on us. Like, oh, you guys supposed to call him Mr. President and shit. Why? What's so special about this guy that any different than a governor or a mayor or a city councilman or something? That's what I'm saying. You're a servant of the people. The people voted you in. Fuck is you supposed to be over us for? Y'all see how this works? Especially if you could impeach somebody and so on things if they're not moving the way you want them to move, or you vote their ass out. So we are Americans. We don't move like that. We believe in being free. Okay? So we always have fought against tyranny, you know what I'm saying? So once again, we have to tap into being Americans, right? So that's what I get into, man. So yeah, man. Shit, man. It's been another good one, man.
Yeah, definitely has. Yeah, about almost 3. Well, a little under 3.
Can you see the chat room? I know, hey bro, is Sister Bethy in the chat room? She been wanting to come on, and we gotta get the sisters on here. We got to get back to the Aboriginal Woman's Guide series. You know, honoring some of our greats who have came. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of bring a spotlight more on that, because you know we just have to balance it out, y'all. That's it. So shout out to all the empresses out there, man. You already know, man. Wouldn't be us without y'all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fam.
Fact. Every day is Empress Day.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah. So y'all, so don't ever think that we don't want to balance the panels out or anything like that or whatever. Shout out to the original Empress. Shout out to Copper Fox. Shout out to Shazzy, Fox. Shazzy, where you at?
I haven't seen Jazzy in a while.
Yeah. High vibes. She riding somewhere. We gonna see her. So, yeah, man. So like I said, we're gonna have an eventful week this week, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. Got some great bills, great interviews this week. We're gonna mix it up a little bit, y'all. And you know, like Chief Langley, anybody want to see over here building with us, man, or want us somewhere else, man, holler at us, holler at them. You know what I'm saying? We're not opposed to going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And we're definitely not opposed to talking to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, people say, well, y'all have a Pan-Africans on the panel or the Duke of Tears. Shout out to Asir Duke of Tears, man. The great Asir Duke of Tears, by the way. Yeah, like I said, man, we can get something from everybody. I mean, you ever heard of chew the meat, spit out the bones? Eat the meat, spit out the bones? Like, you know, what doesn't apply for you doesn't apply, but what does, you know, take that and move with it. You know what I'm saying? So I could say Assalamu alaikum and don't feel any way, or Islam or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't language. You know what I'm saying? That was another thing too that the minister Malcolm X said in the interview. He was trying to say, well, you know, you guys hate Christians and all those shit. He was like, yo, bro, like, come on, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
I just broke him off real quick. But this is how, think about it. Like, he's up here educating these people. Think about it. Like, he's trying to use something like that or whatever against him. He just cleverly just crafted it. Like, yo, man, we just, you know, we saying the same thing, just in different, we talking about the same God, you know what I'm saying, in different languages. So I think y'all got to take that same lesson, y'all. Just because somebody, you know, gets this information through Nova Duality and this person gets it through TD Fakes, don't make y'all different, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Well, good brothers and sisters of the feather. Hopefully you learned something today. Like our good brother Chief said, you can eat the meat and spit out the bones, man. Utilize, get what you can out of it and apply it to your life, your daily life, somewhere in the future that will help you and yours. Here on Supreme Chief Holidays Channel, I'm Lotus Television, and that's my good brother Chief right there. Saying peace to the family.
Yeah, man.